A man in Huntington will not face any charges for causing a 6-hour standoff with police over the weekend, but he could be charged with battery in an incident earlier in the day. Police say Daniel Garrison, who's 50, assaulted an elderly man Saturday morning. It happened after the man confronted Garrison for driving the wrong way on a one-way street. Then Garrison barricaded himself in his home that night, threatening suicide. After hours of negotiations, police were finally able to get him to come out. He is currently under evaluation at a Fort Wayne hospital.
That standoff ended peacefully, which is always the outcome officers hope for, but it takes a lot of time, tools, and money to run a police standoff.
Seems like a lot of people and a lot of resources, but you have to prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
Preparing for the worst Saturday night meant about 30 police officers surrounding a Huntington man's house for about 6 hours.
It takes some time to do these things. It's not, just a 5-minute fix.
Police were looking for 50-year-old Daniel Garrison after he hit an elderly man Saturday morning. Then in the afternoon, a call saying Garrison was threatening suicide.
When we arrived, we found that he'd put some barricade tape around his own house.
And there was a suicide note. Huntington police then called Fort Wayne for help.
It's nice to know that other neighboring agencies can give you that support when you do need it.
Fort Wayne sent about 18 officers from the negotiations team and emergency services team.
It always makes us feel good to be able to offer our expertise to the smaller communities that frankly don't have the capabilities, the monetary capabilities of putting together a team like that. Good rapport with them, and we want to be able to make sure that they're there for us when we need it too.
All those officers and vehicles can be costly. The price of a standoff can go into the thousands. In this case, the Huntington police officers on the scene were on duty already, and some off-duty officers came in on their own time to handle other calls. Fort Wayne is footing the bill for gas money for the armored vehicle and communications vehicle, as well as time and a half overtime for several officers. Departments do try to budget for calls like this.
Kind of the cost of policing, and it just takes a lot of equipment and people to do that job and do it safely.
Fort Wayne's emergency teams have responded to smaller communities several times in the past as well.